Let me give you a brief history. Nigeria was known for its oil palm production, but some years back we had some experts that came from Malaysia to take a sample of our oil palm, and then they took it back to their country and now developed it. And now I bet you Malaysia is one of the leading producers of oil palm, but they got the samples from Nigeria. But here, over here, we see with time we don't even have enough palm oil for use, even locally, because we can't produce as we should. So what helped Malaysia to get this kind of bumper harvest? The organic fertilizer. My name is Joanna Mike Luxon, the sales rep representing Dyna Pharms International Nigeria Limited, and this is Nima Archibald. So today we want to take you through one of our organic products that is really making waves in the country, and that is our Agro Green Growth Booster. Actually, this is an organic foliar fertilizer, and it's really very useful not just to plants but also to our livestock. We give it to poultry, you could give it to your cattle, you give it to dog, and the likes of it. Now, why this Agro is very unique is because it's made of micro and macronutrients. These are things that the soil needs to boost growth, and there is no chemicals in it. That's why not just for your plants, you also use it for your animals too, and it's safe for consumption. Now, this is how it looks like. This is the Agro Growth Booster. Now, it's a foliar fertilizer, so what you just do is that you spray it like early in the morning. This particular 1 liter can take 1 hectare of water. You spray it on your plants and you apply it 14 days after planting. I don't need to apply again except every 2 weeks. So it's economical when it comes to the cost because of the way you apply it. And what it does for your plants is that it boosts growth. So you can be sure that your plant looks very healthy. It's going to be greenish, it's going to be healthy. And then after application, if it's a flowering plant, after some time, once the leaf starts sprouting and it's ready to flower, we'll use this. This is the Agro Red for fruits and flower enhancers. That's what we use. And still the same application method. Every 2 weeks is when you apply. And it makes the plant resistant to pests too. Because you see some plants, sometimes it has pests that attacks it. And then with time too, the plants during those leaves start falling off, you get yellowing of leaves and the likes. But for this organic fertilizer, you won't experience all that. And it nourishes the soil. Inorganic fertilizer depletes the soil, but our organic fertilizer nourishes the soil, so that over time, even if you keep planting on that particular soil, over the years, you get good produce. You get a bumper harvest. You get plants and fruits that are really big. It's worth the value for your money. So that's what we do. So this is our organic fertilizer that I'm introducing to you. I say it's a miracle fertilizer which every farmer needs to use. I know we are so used to the archaic method of buying NPK and then sprinkling on the soil and then keep using that. But with time, you see that most of your crop don't yield anymore. You spend so much effort and time and resources, and yet all of it all you get a very low or little yield. But with organic fertilizer, you can be sure of a great harvest. I'd like you to try it and then thank me later.
Can you give us a background story on how you started?
Okay, well, actually this product, it's actually a Malaysian product. Years back, we had some experts that came from Malaysia to take a sample of our oil palm, and then they took it back to their country and now developed it. And now I bet you Malaysia is one of the leading producers of oil palm, but they got the samples from Nigeria. But here, over here, we see with time we don't even have enough palm oil for use, even locally, because we can't produce as we should. So what helped Malaysia to get this kind of bumper harvest? The organic fertilizer. You get. So you can be sure that the organic fertilizer we're talking to you about, this is a Malaysian product. So you can be sure that it's going to give you the great yield that we're talking about, what your plants really need in order to grow well.
How long have you been in the business?
Okay, I started working with Dyna Pharms 2010, October. I've gotten lots of testimony, good testimony. Because if it's not something that is effective, by now I would have been out of business. We have had people coming here to push me, this is what you give. But I keep getting referrals, different contacts, different calls. The farmer told me what he gave to him and it worked for his farm. We've seen the amazing yield he's having. We want our farm to be like that. And then I make the supply.
What are the challenges that you face?
One of the major challenges is ignorance. Most farmers are ignorant. They are so used to the archaic method of farming. They feel, okay, you can just get your poultry dung and then use it on the farm and then expect great yield. But most times, these things do not contain what the soil really needs. because most time, because of use of inorganic fertilizer, it depletes the soil of major nutrients that is really needed. It could be nitrogen, it could be potassium, it could also be other trace elements that is needed in the soil at that moment, which the dungs might not give you, or even which the inorganic fertilizer the farmer is applying might not even give you. So helping the farmer to have that mindset, to readjust their thinking so as to use the best farming practices now, it's really challenging. But gradually, we know that learning process is a gradual process. So gradually with our seminars and talks, we are helping them to see the light in going organic now.
If someone wants to make an order for 1,000 quantity of this product, can you guys supply 1,000 quantity of this product?
Definitely, we can. We have our warehouses in major parts of the country. So wherever you are in Nigeria, you can be sure that you can get the supply. Even outside the country, we also have factories in other parts of the countries too, not just in Malaysia. We are based in Canada, we are based in UK, we are based in USA, we are based in other African countries like Ghana, Cameroon, Uganda, Zambia, Kenya, and the like. So anywhere you are, just place your order and you'll be supplied.
Since you produce a product that contributes to the growth of agriculture to the country and to the entire African continent, if I may ask, what does agriculture mean to you?
It means a lot. Food is what we take every day. In fact, if you're a small-scale farmer, just in the backyard, you grow your vegetables and measure some fruits, you live healthy, because you won't just depend on going to the market to buy things. So agriculture means a lot. It means food on my table. It's also a means of making a living, because farmers can actually sell their produce, and after selling the produce, they can use it to cater for their loved ones and their families. And gone with those days where they say farmers are always poor. Now one of the richest people now are the farmers, because they make a whole lot of money. Now imagine one having a whole farmland where you cultivate oil palm. That's much money, especially now if you go to the market, the cost of a bottle of oil now, it's quite expensive. So it's a means of generating money too.
Since you sell agricultural products that helps to enhance and improve agricultural farming in the country and in the continent, if you are to advise that one person watching this video right now about agricultural farming, what will your message be? I'll
tell you, go into agriculture and don't feel that you're demeaning yourself into going into the agri business. It's a lucrative business. You will not just place food on your table, but you also make money out of it. So don't shy away from it. In fact, if everyone can go into agribusiness, this ratio where we say some families, they are, just yesterday there was a contradiction about the number of people that are hungry in worldwide. There was a ratio called that someone said 2 billion, and people were like arguing and all that. So we won't have all those ratios if people go into agriculture, because you actually have food on your table. So people will not have to go to bed hungry at night because of lack of food.
Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you too for having us.